Hi, it's Camille from Chicken Scratch and Sniff. I wanted to share with you one other thing that we're doing this summer, but you can use it during the holiday breaks as well. And it's called, well, it's what I call punching out boredom. So it's one of these punch boards. I'm sure you've seen these before. They're really fun and easy. I have mine on wood because we're making it so it could be more permanent, but you can just buy a foam board. Or you could just use a jar, that's fine. It just means you're not going to punch. But inside each of these cups are activity cards, and so they would punch through the tissue paper to get it. So it's just a little fun incentive thing to do it. And so inside there's cup activity cards. And so instead of just putting one in, I put two in. And let me kind of tell you the whole reason why we're doing this is I'm sure I'm not the only parent that hates the phrase "I'm bored." I've tried well, great, it's a creative problem for you to solve, right? Great problem for you to figure out. And I do want them to figure it out. But sometimes there's also those moments where if they're not doing something soon, there's going to be a fight, right? And I don't want them to solve their problem with fighting with their siblings. And so this is another way to deter that and to still give them the power of choice, but also getting them thinking. And usually once they start doing these things, it helps them think of the next thing to do and the next thing, and it's not it's a kickstart, right, to their creativity. So I was talking about choices. So inside each cup I put at least 2 cards in because I want to still leave them in control. Sorry, I'm dropping things. I still want them to have a choice. I still want them to choose. And when they get to choose, they're more likely to do it, right? Whereas if I just put one in, they're just going to complain that, of course, it's not the one that they want to do, right? Because of what it never is. So here's the deal. If they say I'm bored, they have to come and punch this. And then they have to do it. And if they do it, they have to at least do one of them. Maybe they'll do both, and that's great, but they have to at least do one of them. That's the deal. So I put a bunch of ideas on these little square cards for you. You can print off. There's 3 pages of these, so there's like 60 ideas or something crazy like that. I didn't actually count. Some of them are really simple. Some of them are more creative. I tried to do things that they're not already going to do on the summer punch card because I already have a ton of ideas there. So I wanted it to be different. I want them to be fun, but then I also want some of them to be chores because if they're not going to solve it, they might as well be working, right? So here's some examples. This one is put Vaseline on your nose and race to see how many cotton balls you can move. So often these will require participation from others because then the fun's going to last longer, right? And they're probably not the only ones that are bored. And so this will get them, so you get a bunch of cotton balls, put them in a bowl, put Vaseline here, you have an empty bowl over here, then they have to get a cotton ball, move it to that one and shake it off, and they do it for like a minute or something. And then it usually gets the competitive juices coming, other people join in, and then it's really fun. This one is make snow cones for everyone, so sometimes they're like service things. And then this one is clean all light switches and handles for a treat. So, you always want to disinfect those every once in a while. And so I put treats so that way you guys can kind of decide how you want to reward them. Maybe it's 25 cents. Maybe it's a popsicle. Maybe it's 15 extra minutes on electronic time, whatever you want to decide. But I figured treat was a good word to use, and you can kind of make that up on your own. So put a couple of these in here. And then I tape my tissue paper on. I just fold up the tissue paper and cut them into rectangles that would be big enough to cover the cups. This is just a regular red sized big cup. You can use rubber bands. I always end up tearing the tissue paper when I use rubber bands, but it makes it easier to reuse them and you're not wasting as much tape. You do want to cut your board just the circles in your board just slightly smaller so that when they punch, the cup's not gonna fall out. It's only gonna go that far. It's not gonna go any further. So they'll all stay in. We just lean ours against the wall. Well, it's gonna have legs hopefully soon. And then they can just use it whenever they need to. I'd make extra cups so then it's easy to refill it. And I also kind of limit how many times they can do it though, because I really want them to solve their boredom problem on their own. But if they're stuck, this is a great way out. So if you need something to punch out boredom, go to the family time or family fun section of the blog on my menu bar and print these off right now. You guys have a great week. I hope your summer is wonderful. Bye.